Do you think vanilla is the finest of the flavours? Do you like your guilds a bit middle of the road? In which case, here's a guide on how to Mason, looking at the solid foundations players. First of all, this guide is designed mainly for new players and intermediates, maybe. The game of Guild Ball is very deep, as hopefully by now you know, and to do a full guide on all the players and their ins and outs would take a lot longer than I have. First of all, Masons are super flexible. That's their main selling point. They can do a bit of damage, they can do dodging, they can do goal scoring. They often go for a 2-2 style of play. It suits them down to the ground. You can flex, of course, into more sort of 4 takeouts and a goal or 3 goals. Their ability to change their game plans throughout the match really makes them enjoyable. First up, we have the players. Here we have Captain Honor with her faithful monkey mascot, Marbles. Harmony, Brick, Mallet, and Flint are the players. First of all, looking at the playbooks of the Masons, if we look at all of them here, we can see all of them have their momentous results at the beginning of their playbooks. This is a Mason staple. They generally have a good momentous tackle and decent momentous 2 damage on normally the second, maybe third column, making them able to do quite a few momentous damage results but nothing really more than 2 damage. Everything else higher than that is non-momentous. It means with Masons often you don't want to charge, because if you charge with them, you're going to be hitting the results that are higher up, which are momentous. You may have to do that, of course, as long as you accept that if you want to get the jazzy knockdowns or damages for most players, it results in getting no momentum at all. That said, their momentum generation is very good for chip damage, for dodging around and tackling. The most common phrase you were saying with Masons when doing fighting is momentous 2. Get used to it. Practice it now. You enjoy saying it? If you didn't enjoy saying it, this is probably the one guild for you. Looking at their defences, the most common defence for Masons is defence 3 armour 2. They often have good armour, but their defence is almost universally low, which means they're going to get hit by a lot of character plays, by engineers, crossbow bolts, by alchemist bombs, and so on and so on and so on. They're going to get hit by a lot of range plays, so get used to that. Looking at Honor here, first of all, their captain. She is a very versatile captain indeed. She has some great attacks on her playbook. Looking here at her momentous double dodge, 1 damage. You'll be using it a lot when you wanted to get around people. Also, it makes her counterattacks very powerful if she can do it. Obviously, she's got 1-inch melee, which isn't great. But if she's fighting another 1-inch model and she's not knocked down, her ability to move away with her poised and her double dodge is very good. Quick time and superior strategy are superb. Quick time, first of all, is 2-inch dodge. Simple there, really, what it does. Superior strategy, it is very versatile. First of all, it allows you to do things like in turn 1, when you receive the ball, it guarantees you'll get last activation. Normally, when you receive the ball, the kicker will go last. That means you can do things with that character play, like pass the ball to Flint. You can superior strategy Flint, and then you can guarantee he can do a goal run at the end of a turn without being hit back, although he might get hit back next turn. It allows you to do some of the things with any sort of kicking model. You can put superior strategy on them, and they can either jog twice to get the position, or they can move, attack someone, move away. It's very versatile. You can often find later on in the game, if you want to get a double move out of someone, superior strategy can be useful. It can be useful for delaying tactics. Its versatility is key here, and again, it's quite hard to describe all the powers of it here until you try it out for yourself. I recommend you do. Now, Marbles is her monkey, and he is able to really pump up Honor's damage output. So if you look at her influence stat there, she has a 4-6 influence. That means you can get a maximum of 6 swings or 7 on her legendary turn, meaning she's reliably going to kick out 2 damage a hit, looking at reliable of 12 or legendary 14 damage. When you get an assist from Marbles, assuming you still only hit that momentous 2 result, that will pump it to an 18 damage or 20 damage. Sorry, 21 damage, that's maths, which really, kills most characters in the game. Also, that bonus attack means she can hit her knockdown more reliably. Now, Marbles moving up to engage someone could be telegraphed, but if someone moves up someone into your scrum or into your front lines before you've activated Honor or Marbles, they're in for a bad time of it. Now, linked is a play that, again, really leans into the versatility of Masons. It can allow Honor and Harmony together to score quite effective 6-point activations. Honor can, for example, kill someone, pass the ball to Harmony, who can then score. Maybe Honor can get the ball off someone who's hard to get hold of, and then pass the ball to space. Then Harmony can go and get the ball and score a goal. Sometimes you want to get a kill to win the game, and Honor can go into someone, Harmony can finish them off. It's powerful. The only issue with it is that you can often burn up a lot of influence in one go, and also it is also burning up 2 activations in one go, which could mean your opponent has several ones back to back at the end of the turn. Obviously, if you kill someone, that is less of an issue. Her legendary play gives everyone around her a point of influence. This, of course, can be used to give Honor a bonus attack. You can't give her more than 6 at once, but as long as you spent 1, you can give her 1 back. Obviously, it's best early in the turn when you haven't activated everyone. Remember, you can't go above people's influence caps when you're allocating influence. Make sure you take that into account. Last ditch, she can use it on herself, end of a turn to hurt someone, but obviously that isn't as useful because it's only going to be on her if everyone else around has gone. The armor I use less often, but as you'll probably see with Brick, armor 3 is very powerful indeed. Marbles, his best character play here is Goad, without question. It basically attacks? No, come on, Andrew. Attaches an elastic band to the target, meaning they have to move towards marbles. Obviously, they can dodge and they can use the ball to dodge if they have it, but it can really mess up someone's turn, especially if they have someone like Tapper with commanding aura who wants to move into the middle of a scrum. You can use Goad and just run marbles away to really get Tapper to be forced to go to one side. Combined with counter charge, it makes Marbles a supremely annoying piece. His counter charge, of course, can be used to engage someone for Honor to go into them. His attacks are okay. A push can be very powerful if he gets a wrap, which isn't super likely, but he could do, to push someone twice out of a melee. His Momentous 2 is probably more likely to happen, and of course tackle if a ball holder goes near him, which can make them very sad indeed. Crucially, of course, is a way of giving Marbles a point of momentum for effectively no influence cost for yourself. Now, Love Creature, which is here, don't forget about it. Don't forget about it. Here, look at it. There we are. Look at it. Don't forget about it. Oh, that's Harmony. Go away. Now, Love Creature is a point of attack. Don't forget about it. When Marbles gets hit, put a big marker down, preferably the size of a dinner plate, to remember you've got it for the turn, because that point of attack can be a big difference. Now, Harmony, where are you? There you are. Now, Harmony's stat line is nothing to write home about, although I don't know why you'd write home about stat lines from Guild Ball anyway. First of all, attack 5 is pretty average, as is her kick stat. When she's within 8 honor, which is going to be most of the time, she gets a 4-6 kick and attack 6. Now, that Momentous 2 is on 3 hits. Even with attack 6, I don't love it, but it's what she's got. Now, her Momentous tackle is obviously very reliable, as her 1 damage. So she can do some damage. She won't kill people on her own, but of course, with her buyable dodge, she's quite a good goal threat, and she can do things like hurt someone, score a goal, and then he's back to the shadows to run away, potentially twice if you spend momentum to run the length after scoring a goal. To me, I think her main power is with Honor and Linked. Like I described previously to you, I don't think I would ever take her without Honor. She gets a point of armor near Brick, so stick Harmony in cover. She becomes 5-1 in cover. No one's going to hurt her. Well, probably not. Hopefully not. Now, Brick. Brick has the most reliable knockdown in Masons, and he has his armor stat of 3. Now, why is armor 3 so good? I hear some of you cry. Let's look at a playbook here. Now, armor 3 will kill those first set results. Put Brick in cover, it kills those. So a Brick in cover with Tough Hide is extremely hard to take out. Not only that, because of his ability to do a decent counterattack, he can be a real pain to deal with. Now, you might think originally his 1-inch melee and knockdown 1 hit isn't great for counterattack, because if anything else, knockdown they can get up from. Gravity Well first of all pulls them in, so they are going to be engaging him base to base. But his pushes are very strong. Effectively, knockback adds a push to every single result on his playbook, meaning he has a 2-inch push on 1 hit. and a 3-inch push on 2 hits, making him able to push people away quite handily. And pushing someone back 2 inches, well, and definitely 3 inches, can ruin their entire day. Now, Flint, he will score goals for you and break your heart when he misses. First of all, his tackle dodge on 1 hit means that he can get momentum if he's going first in a turn. Say, for example, he's got a ball and he wants to score a goal. He can get that dodge on 1 hit to reliably get a point of momentum. I say reliably, tack 4 isn't super great, even against 4-1 characters, but it's what it's got, really. Now, where they go, of course, is pretty obvious. He can dodge 4 inches, like with the ball, to score a goal, or get towards the ball holder, and so on. Close control is very powerful. It can break the influence cap of a model, because suddenly they have to attack him twice to get the ball off him. And it means situations like if you tackle the ball off someone, their counter-attack will not tackle him back. So he is very good at getting the ball off people and quite good about defending it against people who want to take it off him. It won't help much against 6 influence cap captains who want to get the ball off him, but against a sort of standard 4 cap character, it can mess with their math so much they might be able to get the ball off him, but not score a goal afterwards or dodge away. Now, Mallet, I find nowadays, is more of a support piece. He's very, very slow with a 4-6 move, and also his tack 5 isn't great, meaning even his momentous 2 isn't super reliable. However, smash shins makes him quite good at holding the ball with his 2-inch melee. Someone goes in, gets the ball off him, he breaks their shins, and suddenly their kick drops by 4, which is huge, meaning the opponent might have like a 1-4 kick or something like that. Singled out is a superb character play. Plus 2 attack is very good indeed. So often Mallet, I often do things like give him 2 influence, make him go in, and the first hit do a singled out, which is 1 hit is very reliable. Second hit do a knockdown. With his 3-inch melee, of course, he can attack without any fear of being countered at all, apart from by very, very, very few models indeed, like Thresher. You have to remember about Mallet is that when he does his attacks, his melee is 3, but it drops to 2 afterwards. This means that if you want to use a melee range of 3 inches, after it's gone, it shrinks again, meaning he might not threaten any more parting blows. Football Legend, pretty clear what it does. First of all, remember it affects his kick stat as well, making it 3-7. It's good to have because it can make On have a 5 dice kick with 7 inches. Forceful blow, you run at people, you hit them quite hard with a hammer. Enough said, really. If you want to, for example, kick with Mallet, you can kick with Mallet and then run him forward, hit someone for a bonus 2 damage, meaning you can probably do a quite handy momentous 4, which is good for a starting attack. And let's go to Vassal Land and show you how I probably do a turn 1 with Masons. Now, okay, so here we go. I've used a pretty standard old school season 1 Butcher's team. Again, Guild Ball has so many variables, it's hard to keep track of all of them. Kick with Shank here. If I receive the ball, I'll probably grab the marbles, kick back. Marbles would pass to Honor or similar. Honor would put Superior Strategy on Flint, pass the ball along. Now, again, because I have Superior Strategy on Flint, it means the kicking player can move their models, and for their last activation, which for some reason here's Princess, which doesn't make any sense, but there we go. Flint can move forward a little bit, jog up without spending influence. They have to use their last activation, and then Flint can go score a goal. Now, how much momentum we have at this point is entirely linked to what the opponent does. They might move their model forward who's kicking and do some fighting. So when Flint scores a goal, I often spend a momentum point from that goal to kind of hide somewhere, either near the goalpost or behind their line somewhere. It could force them to deal with him and sort of move backwards. If they don't, he's there as a threat. Alternatively, if I absolutely know I'm going to go first for momentum, I'll leave him here to threaten a ball retrieval at the beginning of turn 2. Now, if I am kicking, I wouldn't do that because that's not how the game works. I might do something similar where I might kick with Flint and try and score a cheeky goal first activation with him or second activation with him. That will probably kill Flint. But I often like being 4 points up, so I might kick the ball to someone, and maybe someone like Ox collects it, passes the boiler maybe, Flint can go in, maybe grab the ball from him. We can wait until someone who's got the ball, who hasn't got a good counter attack, and go in. Alternatively, you can kick with Mallet. Similar I did before, you kick Mallet. You can superior strategy him with Honor, so he can effectively go last in the turn. Now, in this case here, because you're the kicking player, you're going last anyway. So why bother with superior strategy? Well, it means he can, first of all, guarantee he can go last, but secondly, he can use that superior strategy to get a free jog. So in this case, Mallet's quite slow. He's got 4-6 movement, so he can jog 4 inches to make sure he can go where he wants to go, and then go in with maybe a full stack of influence and get 4 attacks on someone, hopefully getting enough momentum to go first next turn. This can, of course, risk your model, Mallet in this case, being overextended, but it's something to bear in mind, and it can be quite good fun opening move. Oh, hi. Glad to see you. Oh, I see. Yeah. Hopefully you enjoyed that. Hopefully it's useful to you. Hopefully I didn't speak too fast. I probably did. There'll be more to come of these videos. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Any comments down there? Not on my lap, but the bottom of the screen where the comments is. That's me typing, showing how to type. Any suggestions? Go ahead, and I'll see you later. Bye.